First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
Up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Right away, they'll change the look. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. You talk about this Seahawk defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. The Lions at 5 and 4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Panther streak! Panther streak!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman to return. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, trio left. Check 58.
Now Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Hey, go flip her up. Flip her up. There goes her.
Now Gino. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And what a nice example there. A tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Here we go, here we go. Hold on. There we go,
Down to about the 32. You talk about this Lions defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
3rd and long, it's Smith. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up and... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Seahawks 10, Lions nothing. Jason Myers.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
It goes as a loss of 6.
Here we go,
And
here
now
we go.
3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 3rd and 9.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st down, Smith. As it completes to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Smith. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Walker with another carry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. From the red zone now, Smith. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you're trying to lose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a...
He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
36-yard line.
The The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Viking 18.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Go.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he works free. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field.
Let's go now.
In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Hawk 70. Ready?
On first down, Hart. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Ready.
Counterplay, here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Bronco 80.
They'll run with Gibbs. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness.
Here we go.
Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Straight ahead, Walker. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Racing to the end zone. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hurry! Warrior 70.
Off play action. Hart rolling to his left. He's got this to Williams, complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Go.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Hart. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Cup 19, 70 Timberwolves. Panther 11. Ready.
Off the play fake. Hart sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
60 Maverick.
The final shot before break. Hart. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On second down now, it's Bailey. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Gino, he's going to get this complete to Walker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
There we go, Sonoma.
And the Seahawks first
Line.
From the gun, here's Smith. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Hey, trio left.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's got some space. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Lions 3. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Their own 38-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. It wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Buffalo 18. Cougar 19.
Now they're audible to something else.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
On third down, Hart. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and 9 here. Again, it's Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over
first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle, here's Walker. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 217 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Let's go, man.
Here's Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Operating from the gun. Hart. That one tipped and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
60 Bison, 60, check. Liking 18.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
18 Cardinal.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. A lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, yeah, clicking off right now. Walker now 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Now a run with Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Hey, here we go, hey.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room
Seven
and watch
Pirates,
every
seven
error
Pirates.
that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Go check, go check. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 Lion.
To throw on third down. Hart. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Hardman on a return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Jack's left, Jack's left.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's
Come on, sir.
On the handoff, this is Walker. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a
Hey,
win
we go,
for
we
them,
go.
but all game
Hey,
long,
three on
he's seen
left.
the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff